HoneyBook and talk about the HoneyBook pipeline. This is how HoneyBook chooses to categorize our projects, which are our weddings, and they dump them into different buckets for different stages that the project is on. So we're going to talk about a few of those specifically and also discuss how you will jump into the app and sign your booking agreements. So let's go ahead and open the app and log in. You're likely already logged in. You likely stay logged in, but I'm going to log in as Misty and use her profile as an example, since it's most like yours instead of like mine. So at the top here, you see that little banner running across 17 active projects, inquiry, follow-up, etc., etc., etc. That is your project pipeline. Right now we're on the active projects tab, and this means that everything that Misty has going on, whether she's signed the agreement or not, or whether it's an actual upcoming wedding, is listed here. I like to sort this instead of by recent activity, by project date. I think that's a little bit more useful way to look at it. So you can see, you can sort by project date, and then you can jump in here and see which weddings you have coming up. You'll be able to click on each of those individually and look at all of the details. You won't have anything in the inquiry stage of the pipeline. In the follow-up, you will have your team project. And that is just the place where we discuss details for the team, our upcoming celebrations, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to go over that in a different video, so stay tuned for that. What we really want to focus on today is the proposals sent stage and the proposals signed stage. So the proposals sent are booking agreements that I've sent to you, but you have not yet reviewed or signed. The way it's going to work is that when I send out a text to let you know that you have a booking agreement, you will jump in here and sign those agreements. Best to jump on here once a week, even if you don't hear from me, and just make sure. Best on Wednesdays or Thursdays, as I usually send those agreements out on Mondays. So anyway, let's jump into Princess Buttercup. That is our little demo wedding here, and she's getting married on April the 1st of this year. So we're going to open that up, and we're in the activity stage of the project. We're going to click on Files, and we're going to see that the Princess Buttercup Smart file, which is the booking agreement, pulls up first. So we're going to click on that. We're going to scroll down just a ways until we see this option to sign. And you'll see Misty Anderson, parentheses you, and sign. And you're just going to click that little button. It's going to pull up the agreement. The standard verbiage is at the top. Then, you will see the wedding information, which is the bride's name, the date, the location, your arrival and setup time, and your estimated completion time. Then you have the services you are being requested to do. So for this particular wedding, Misty is being requested to do 2 attendee hair and 3 attendee makeup. And then you'll see the payment information. Obviously, you're going to be paid for services, your travel, a supplies reimbursement if you use your own kit. She is not the team lead on this wedding. There is no early morning start surcharge, and there is no holiday surcharge on this particular booking. And then you'll get a total. So once you've reviewed all of that, you'll scroll down a little bit. You should see that I have signed already, and then you will have the option to click here and sign. So we're going to click there. We're going to type in. You can either type it or you can draw out your signature. It's totally up to you. I'm going to type it. And since this is just a dummy project, that's okay that I'm signing for her. I'm going to click that I'm accepting my signature and that this is legally binding, that I've agreed to work the wedding. And then I'm going to click the accept button. And then you'll see my signature has popped in there. Now, you see that line that says Maggie-booking agreements. This is kind of the back-in way that we have to make these booking agreements work to be used in HoneyBook. So right now, after I have signed as the owner of the business as Maggie May, and Misty has signed as the beauty artist, it will still show up in her project pipeline as proposals sent. Once I, as Maggie booking agreement, go in and sign, which I'll do after I know that you have signed, that's a lot of verbiage, then it will pop over to the proposals signed category in your pipeline. So we'll close out of here and we'll note that we have two signatures. We have Maggie Mae's signature, which is me as the owner, and then we have Misty's signature as the beauty artist. Okay, so we're looking good there. We would just close out of the project, and then we're back in our pipeline. Now, like I said, once I go in as the booking agreement manager and sign, Princess Buttercup will move from proposals sent over to proposals signed. So proposals signed is all the agreements that you have coming up that you've already signed the agreement and are on your calendar. You won't have anything in retainers paid or booked workflow or planning or likely completed. Over in the archive tab, you'll see that Misty has worked 130 weddings for Blossom Beauty since we've been on HoneyBook. This is a great place to look at old weddings if you need to see an agreement for any reason, if you need to check and see what location it was, if you're trying to calculate your mileage at the end of the year for your accountant, all of those things. So these are the tabs on the pipeline that you really want to focus on. Archived, you definitely will use proposals signed or proposals sent and proposals signed. And then your active projects is a good one to look at too if you want to view your upcoming bookings in a list format. Join me on the next one and we'll dive a little bit deeper into some more details in HoneyBook.